lesson is the reform of Sabbath. Never in the reign of pig shit.
Pig shit.
Pig shit. Pig shit.
It finally happens.
It finally happened.
All right! Generals gathered in their masses. Evil minds of blood destruction. In the field, the bodies burning. Death and hatred to mankind.
I think we all wanted it to happen, but it was probably waiting for it to be approached in the right way, you know.
Put the four of us together, it gets kind of crazy. You know, we're pretty... There's something happens when the four of us get together, so...
Yeah.
It's been a lot of... Bottom line is, it's been a lot of fun. It feels really good.
Last time I probably said the last thing in the world that would ever happen is a Sabbath reunion. When Black Sabbath connect on stage, there is nothing to touch it, in my opinion.
I mean, it's not a secret that especially you and Ozzy didn't get along too well over the years. And what made you finally talk to each other, not just on a business level?
I gave him $500,000.
The thing that I was always upset about it is the way we separated from each other. We were closer than a family. When we started, we come from this very town that we're in tonight. We all came from this back street of this town. We took that music and we sold it to the world and we got successful.
I think a lot of it's blown out of proportion, quite honestly. You know, it's a lot of it is press, and every time I've spoke to Ozzy and whatever, yeah, we've been fine with it. Yes, we've had our disagreements like anybody, but you know, make a big deal of it. You know, there's lots of people have disagreements. It's like a marriage. You know, you can't always get on 100%.
We were told lies by management. We were taken advantage of by so many people. We've all been through a lot of emotional things and a lot of addiction problems and a lot of marital problems. And to come around after nearly 30 years and just go, we're all still alive, guys.
You see right through these dusty lines, you know you have to learn. The execution of your mind, you really have to turn. The race is run, the book is read, the end begins to show. The truth is out, the lies are old, but you don't want to know.
What do you want to do about this Sabbath reunion thing? And I said, well, the last time I got involved, I ended up losing my hair nearly. I mean, it was insane. I says, I am telling you as my manager, I want in. Now, you take it all from there and you sort the rest of the garbage out.
It started off with us working, doing the Ozfest last year.
Right.
Cruiser and myself did that with Ozzy. And that went so well, we thought, well, yeah, let's try again with Bill and get Bill involved.
The last time we tried to get the band together, there was a lot of problems on Bill's side, and
things just went on for months and months and months, and the whole thing fell through. This time we had 3 months to say yes, rehearse and go on tour, so we couldn't afford to wait around for Bill.
What's the reason why you couldn't do the Ozfest? Is it just too much, like having 23 shows in the sets?
No, not at all. It wasn't for me. That question probably is better to ask maybe Ozzy or Tony or Geezer, because it wasn't, you know, it was nothing to do with me.
Oh, really?
I would have loved to have played it, but they had reasons why, you know, they didn't want me to play. So.
Oh, so that means they didn't ask you?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah, they were different.
I'm trying to be as nice as I possibly can about this.
Yeah.
Well, when I did the Ozfest, we only did like 50-minute set. Anyway, I did my set, then we did Sabbath set. But it just didn't feel the same. Without Bill Ward, for me, there was a big hole there.
See, I've carried on. Why I carried on from when Ozzy first went and then Bill went and whatever. I've never left. I've just carried on, and so I've always wanted to play. And so we've just got new people in and just carried on like anybody else would. You know.
Holy Father, Holy Ghost, who's the one who pays the most? Rock the cradle, don't you cry. Buy another lullaby. Jack is nimble, Jack is quick. Think your cock can turn a trick. Slow and steady, he's got time to commit another TV crime.
Ozzy's had incredible success. And Tony, I know, has had to go through all kinds of changes with Sabbath. And there's always been mixed feelings about, you know, because it's just not the original band, I think, had so much impact.
I've tried to get them, I've tried to pick the people who I felt have been right for the band at that time. But you do tend to stray away a bit, you know.
Yeah.
And only we're coming back to the original lineup now, you realise how far you have strayed away.
To the hill of the headless cross.
Myself, I prefer the original band, you know, and I like a lot of the songs that Tony's written, you know, with Cozy or, you know, with Vinny or, you know, whomever. I like the music there, but it was never the same.
Since I left Sabbath, I've never tried to be anything but myself. I've never tried, although I did a few Sabbath songs. When I first left, I decided that I wasn't going to do any Sabbath stuff, but the kids would be want to hear Paranoid, wanting, oh man, if I give them what they want, you know.
We all sort of learned our instruments together as a band, and it's not so much technical ability as the feel.
Did you actually rehearse all four together before you played yesterday night?
Yes, I came into England on the 8th of November, and we, you know, for the first few days, you know, we're kind of a little bit tired and, you know, kind of getting back into things. By about the 20th of November, 21st of November, the band was locking up real well. We were nailing the songs.
The whole week before I went out to come here, I was listening to two kinds of music. Black Sabbath.
For the first 3 or 4 days, we were sitting around a table talking about old war stories and about old crazy stuff we got up to. And as soon as we got in there rehearsing, it was instant, just like gelled, you know. But there's no, you can rehearse till you're blue in the face, you get a running order and whatever. But there's only one good rehearsal, and that's a show.
On my immigration visa card, they said purpose of visit. I wrote in Black Sabbath, and the guy just went, fine, and waved me through customs. I went to Wales and I went to their band practice. So I started off seeing band practice, having dinner with the guys. Then I came down here, watched all the production rehearsals, then the 2 gigs. So I've been kind of doing this now for a week, just immersing myself in the Black Sabbath experience.
Two nights. Last night we sort of held a little bit back, but tonight it was like we got one more show, and it was our hometown in Birmingham, and we just gave them everything, every ounce, and I had the energy from God tonight. We had energy of God's tonight. It was wonderful.
When you see Ozzy going like, louder, louder, all that stuff, if it comes out of the mouth of other people in bands, it's really trite, it's really corny, and you don't believe that the singer really wants you to get crazy.
When we're playing, there's a lot of memories that come up, and it's very warm memories, nothing that's negative or that's weird or anything.
When Ozzy does it, he means it like you want to be alive tomorrow. You know what I mean? He means it. And I usually don't go for that come on, thing. I'm like, oh, come on, get your mom to come on. But when he does it, I found myself clapping and yelling, and he goes louder. I'm like, okay, and I'm going loud. Then I'm getting hoarse.
But before, in the old days, you're right, get me the booze, get me the alcohol, get me the cocaine, get me the drugs, and get me the chicks. But now we're all married, we all got kids, and we've all drunk our drinks, and it's so good to do it. It's so good to do it naturally, That's all you need, a good audience, and when the time is right and it feels right, you can't beat you can't buy that feeling.
I saw a lot of bands this year because I did a lot of festival dates, and they had more want to and more passion than about 95% of what I saw this year. I think on a passion and love of music level, the only thing that rivaled tonight was seeing Iggy this summer, seeing Jane's Addiction about 2 weeks ago, and seeing 121 gigs of me.
But what are your favorite songs then?
Paranoid, because that's the last one.
It's always playing hometown. You always tend to get a bit more nervous than you would playing, somewhere else. Because all your people who you know all come, your friends, and you can't get away from it, if you make a fuck up, then, well, that's it. It gets talked about then for the rest of your life. Oh, yeah, I saw you at the NSC. What a row that was.
It feels really nice to be, it's where we grew up. I mean, we wrote a lot of the songs here.
Right.
We wrote Black Sabbath, the song, at the Aston Community Centre. So it was written, the song was written more than 15 miles from here.
It's funny, after seeing now the people that turned up last night, there's people I haven't seen for a long, long time that turned up last night. Just as you say, probably come to those early gigs 20, 30 years ago.
And
when I was 7.
Don't you ever, don't ever stay down. Never
Would you think of playing a Europe tour with Sabbath in this lineup?
I would love to play live with Black Sabbath, yeah. And, you know, it really, I feel kind of a little weird because it's really up to the other guys. You know, if they would like me to play, then, you know, on my end, I'm totally willing to do it. And if they would want that, then yes, I would love to.
Is there a chance that the lineup, like it plays tonight, is doing a studio record?
We don't know yet. It's possible. It's possible.
We recorded the show, so look out, guys. There's going to be a killer live album coming out from this.